town board meeting.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so the purpose of the town board meeting is, it was scheduled
I'll see you, Joe. Good night.
for an update on the modular move and possibility of having to authorize some expenditures. So Stacy was in all-day meetings today with a whole group of people, which is why she's coughing. I have to say that the staff of Town Hall are really, really, really phenomenal, and everybody's really trying their hardest to work under really difficult circumstances, and everybody's a real trooper, and we really owe gratitude to our staff because they're really pretty amazing people. And this was not a job that Stacy signed up for, but she's been doing a remarkable job on this move, and it's really, really cumbersome, time-consuming, comprehensive, and thank you, Stacy, for everything you're doing, because she's doing an amazing job. I did today, I was asked by the New Post Times to go up to the highway garage site of our new town hall to take a picture. So they, just as a quick, they did do the paving of the whole entire excavation and paving of where the modular is going to be placed. And they've fixed the parking lot of where the parking will be for the temporary town hall. So everything is sort of moving along from that perspective, and Stacy's dealing with a lot of the internal moving of the inside. So you look pretty tired, Stace.
Yeah, it's been a long day. When I was here Thursday night, I think it was, sorry if I get my days mixed up, they all kind of run into each other these days. Kevin, you had asked for me to go back, see if I could do a little better on the price for the upgraded phone system. So that's what I gave you all. The original price was $71.50. We got them down to $67.50. It's roughly 6%. That's the best they can do.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're
thanks.
welcome. Jeff, you weren't here. Do we want to have a long conversation about phones?
No, we had the conversation.
We had the
I've
conversation.
been brought up to speed on
Okay,
phones.
you've been brought up to
Nope,
speed
I've
on
been
the
brought up to speed on phones.
Okay. By purchasing this expandable upgraded system, it'll allow us to leave the existing system in place, put this in the modulars. We can take this with us when we go. We can expand it, and it is large enough to expand to house everybody, police, courts, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. We had a meeting today with our phone people, our phone supplier people, our data person, the gentleman who is putting the bids out for cleaning everything at Town Hall.
And your highway.
And yes,
Chris.
and of course Chris is always there. We're all on the same page. We're all on board. I still need to confirm the delivery of the modulars. As far as I'm concerned, they're still coming on the 20th. They're starting to come on the 20th. There's not. There was some talk about them possibly coming in a little sooner, but I don't have confirmation of that. We're sticking with the 20th.
Not a day too soon.
We will be purchasing, the town will be purchasing all the cabling for the phone systems and for the computers. We will be installing all the cabling, okay? CrossPoint will be terminating all the wires. So they'll be attaching all those little clips that plug into your computers and your phones, so they'll be terminating all of those. That price we haven't got in yet, okay? Has to be done. We're not capable of doing it. It was they do it or May does it. So it came out in today's meeting that they will do it. They're staffed better. They're better equipped to do it. They'll get it done a lot quicker. They'll come in right behind us as we drop the cables. They'll start terminating the ends. We'll supply any additional boxes that we need, any additional, they'll supply the covers to the boxes so the jacks fit properly. They did ask if we wanted to purchase the jacks. I said no, because I want to make sure they get the right ones. We don't want to buy the wrong ones. So she's getting that pricing together for us for terminating. They got the floor plan that you guys got on Thursday. All the numbers are on there. I think we have 36 drops. So you're looking at 36 drops both ends as far as termination. So it shouldn't be too bad. May was pleasantly surprised that it wasn't going to be as much. Let's see. We haven't to figure out DMV at this point.
Was it what?
We still have to figure out DMV at this point.
Susan and I met with them, we got.
Yeah, I think it's,
Yeah, we prefer to leave them here.
yeah, but we
Yeah.
met with them, Jeff and I met with them, and we had Chris on the phone. You were out doing inspections.
Right.
And then May,
Logistically, we have to figure it out.
and May just happened to be in town hall working on Arlene's computer, and she believes, and she was gonna follow up, that we can leave a very, very minimal system there for them.
Alls we need is a basic system.
That's what, and
Now,
Mace was
Our
confident. we'd be fine.
franchise agreement provides us with a basic system, a basic service, one free basic service in the municipal building where government work is being done, okay? We could leave that here if it's still considered municipal. And that's what they're kind of advising us, to just leave that here in place, let DMV use it until we decide what we're gonna do with the building. So that logistics is still, we're still trying to take a look at that. We're gonna have to contact the people, the franchise people, to make sure that DMV can use that line. Okay? Cornerstone is not providing us with wireless service at the trailers. But we have enough jacks where we don't need wireless service. And all our meters are going to be here, and we have wireless service here. Okay, so we should be able to drop the wireless service at Down Hall.
The temporary temple.
No,
Oh,
here.
okay.
Okay, because we currently have, we have work group wireless, and then we have public wireless in the building. So those can go.
Right.
Okay, because nobody's going to be here to use them. And Cornerstone's not providing us with the modems for wireless. Now, we can still get them from, eventually, we can still get them from Time Warner if we want to have them. I don't really see a big need for them. I did talk with Arlene about it. It is nice to be able to have somebody be able to boot up, but we have enough terminals, we have enough jacks for plugins. So, so when our order comes, there's enough jacks in Arlene's office, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, to accommodate for that. I don't really see an extra need for it. And the meetings are going to be here, so if people need wireless, there's wireless in this facility. So
Probably be healthier for us.
it probably will be. Of course, we'll keep, these systems will continue to stay up and running, and they will run through the existing box. That's where the phone systems come. The Time Warner here is actually run separate. It doesn't come out of Town Hall, which we were all surprised. May confirm that today on us, which was nice. So,
All these details.
it's all these little details. It's amazing. CrossPoint is also supplying us free of charge a rack for the data room, which will hold all of our servers, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. May just has to, get us shelves for those. So she's putting together her package as well. And CrossPoint is also going to give us the patch panel. They're going to get the patch panel for us. So that's logistical. It's needed. We would need it anyway because patch panel, even if we took this system with us, we would need a new patch panel. So, and that's just the plugins for the extensions. That's as much as I understand as far as the phone system goes. Let's see, DMV. Okay. we need to find out if DMV can have our phone line. Okay. On October 14th, there's gonna be a walkthrough, okay, for the cleaning services. And Doug is gonna be looking for a bid opening for 10 a.m. on October 20th. Okay, and he's looking for possible action by the 23rd, 24th, because we're looking at the first week in November making the move.
When do you want it, well, to do that, we need to publish the walkthrough.
I don't know how that I don't know how that works.
I think we're going to need to, if we're going to do a walkthrough for potential bidders,
Yes.
we're going to need to publish that. So if you want to do it the 14th, October 14th, all right? So for October 14th, I mean, we've already, this paper comes out, our paper of record comes out on the 9th. So we've missed this paper. You know what I mean? We've missed.
No, we got it to them tomorrow morning. We might be able to, they don't put the paper to bed till,
Closes,
they don't put the paper to bed until tomorrow night. Usually, sometimes you can get things in Tuesday morning.
Monday, yeah.
You can get sometimes things in Tuesday morning.
Okay, so if you.
I mean, if you want to text Deb right now and ask her.
Where's it gonna be, the walkthrough?
You tell them.
Town hall?
So, and then,
Does it also have to be noticed in the New Paltz Times? Could we use
Well,
the
that's what
Daily
we're talking
Freeman?
that's what it is. It would be a published bid, so we would have to vote to
Well-
go to bid.
Susan, is it a published bid?
Well, just I'm trying to think, it's a walkthrough, and then people are going to bid on the clean.
All right, so everyone's gotta be able to have access to a walkthrough. I'm just wondering, we're just being a little aggressive on that schedule,
Well, not being
considering
correct.
today's the 6th. That's the only reason, no, the only reason today's the 6th. So,
No, we could always use a Kingston Freeman, though, if we had to do a,
yeah.
so why don't we check tomorrow how we have to legally handle this particular bid, you know, and Doug might know that anyway. Doug might know that also from doing this many a time, you know, about the procedure of how do you bid out, you know, the publication of how you bid,
Temporary town hall.
Yep.
you know, remediation process. He'll know how to do it.
Okay, he also.
So this is for the temporary town hall?
This is to remediate, this is if I'm wrong.
Oh, this is for the
This is for them to clip, so they can come in and assess what it's gonna cost to clean the stuff that we are keeping before it gets moved to the temporary town hall.
So we can refer to that
And
as
so that's why
Old Town Hall.
this is a little bit of, you know, in terms of really has to be coordinated in a way, because they have to come look, they have to do the bid, then they have to schedule the cleaning, and then it's gotta be ready for the move.
I think we just
So
need to
it's,
make a
you know-
motion as a board, though, to,
Well, just why don't you authorize the supervisor and the building inspector to put a bid out, to put a public bid out for the remediation of town hall property for the move, and then Stacy and I'll figure out how to do
and
it.
actually,
A remediation for the equipment.
Right,
and I'm just wondering, though, I think, though, if I remember your conversation with the comptroller's office, does this all get covered under emergency, though, too? So we're also covered under
Yeah.
emergency, so also, I know Chris has potentially, and I know, Stacy, you potentially have talked to several suitors. There's only a few companies in this area that can handle this.
yeah. Well,
This
actually,
isn't-
no,
Actually, Doug pulled in a few others.
Did it good. So there are
actually.
I mean, there's no more than a handful, though, in this area.
There's
that
not
can-
many that are
Well-
equipped to do a move this size.
And then the real big ones aren't gonna wanna come
The,
down and do this.
Not necessarily, because we're gonna get to that in a moment.
But-
It's a much bigger move than you realize.
Now, back to this remediation walkthrough for a moment. I know the other day that Doug and Rosanna and some other people were in the drill hall.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that.
Okay,
So before we get to that, I'm still,
There, in order for people to be able to bid on cleaning everything that needs to be removed from town hall and set up in the temporary town hall, they need to do a walkthrough to see what needs to be done.
And I just want to
I
make
don't
sure.
know if you've been in town hall in the last couple of days, but you'll notice that there is red duct tape in and on several different areas of town hall.
Yep.
The red duct tape means that's not going anywhere, it's staying right here, it's not being cleaned, it's not being taken with us because it can't effectively be cleaned and taken with us, and/or that it's in such poor condition, it doesn't pay to clean it. Okay?
So why don't we do this? Why don't we authorize the supervisor to coordinate publication of a request for bids for the necessary remediation of town hall equipment, furniture, files, and other operational materials that must be moved to new town hall.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yeah, who put the red tape on you? That was you?
Well, Chris, Doug, and myself, we did a walkthrough.
Yeah. I saw the red tape. So I knew it was in last, what was that, Monday? There was
Yeah.
red tape on everything.
All in
No,
favor?
there's no red tape
Yeah,
on it.
a lot of it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Unfortunately, they didn't put red tape on me.
Oh, they didn't? Oh, look, we can fix
They
it.
didn't put red
Stacy
tape
has
on
red
me.
tape.
What, I just happen to have red duct tape in my closet.
Good.
And it means stop, do not touch, hot, leave it where it is.
So if you guys could coordinate then,
Yeah.
yes, for the, but there is a conversation.
Well,
that-
there's still more
Right.
for Stacy to, so
Yeah.
why don't we just continue, because there's gonna be more conversation on this whole thing.
Yeah, if I
So-
jump around, I
Yeah,
forget
just go,
stuff.
continue on this.
What is the town's required insurance from contractors? Do we know?
Well, they need to have workman's comp.
We know that. What's their,
We should just,
liability
we'll just run
limit,
it all
is it-
through, we have to run it all through Bob
Let's-
stuff. But just call Bob and ask.
That's a great, yeah, good
You know,
question for
I mean, it
Bob.
was like the
So-
same thing, remember, we had to get the modular people a certificate of insurance.
yeah, but we need, this is from them.
No, I understand that, but I'm just saying whatever Bob says that he wants is what we need. They're
That
the
would be
ones-
part of the bid.
What they determine, isn't it, so the insurance company that determines what they,
I think it's actually the town
You
that
think?
determines what we want and require. I would check with Joe Moore.
Joe Moriello and Bob Stubbs would know that answer.
That's what I would do. That's part of the terms of the transaction, correct, Stacy, what you're asking them for? We're asking them for a
Yes,
certain amount of
yes,
coverage.
it's gonna be part of their bid package, yes. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna start cleaning and moving the first week in November. Okay. When Doug was here, he met with Rosanna because we were in the drill hall. You've all been in the drill hall, you've all seen what's in the drill hall, there's...
does
you know,
everybody know who Doug is? Okay.
Okay. There's about 70 years of storage in there. We do not need all of that. A lot of it can be shredded. The most expensive part of this is going to be cleaning the paper, cleaning files. So we need a records management day where we can go through all the files in the drill hall to determine what must be kept. And we have been doing this, we started doing this year actually. We've had 2 days so far.
Which is sort of partly how we are, where we are.
That's how we found what we
Because
found.
Kelly was downstairs on Records Management Day when she got sick and,
Okay.
anyway.
So we need to be able to determine what files must be kept, okay? What files we can shred, okay? And the idea behind it is to remove them from the drill hall and put them in the garage. So that when the walkthrough is done, okay, they're not bidding on those files. We don't even want them to see them, because we don't want them counting boxes and saying, oh, we got all these boxes, because we don't want their prices to reflect it. We don't want them mixed in with the stuff that's going to get kept.
Why don't you just shred them?
Well, she's just saying for the time being that they'll just move it out
Well-
and then we'll deal with that.
Why don't you
we're-
get the shredding company?
That's what our plan is, but we're gonna move them into the garage. The garage is behind the drill hall, So we need a records management date to do
Well,
that.
it's, again, part of it's all a matter of, you know, there's a certain period of time, there's a lot of work to do, and so as everything's being coordinated, so right now, the most important thing is figuring out what has to be kept, then separating what's not kept, letting those people come in and do the bid, then we'll deal with the stuff that we don't need to keep.
Right, but
You
are
know-
we gonna have to put a shredding, service, like that service out to bid as well? Because if we don't,
I don't know how that works.
well, we'll have to figure it out, but if we could, the shredding company, if we could find out who's available to do it and make sure we have the lowest price, we can have them move the files.
Okay. Well, no, we're gonna have to identify them, so the
Well,
problem.
they're gonna be identified first.
But what they
before you
can do
move.
is,
No.
like I used to work on a company where a shredding company provided bins.
Yeah,
And
we
it was
need
their
to, we need
bin.
to separate the files.
So let me just, before we get to this, because this is a question,
Disposed files, not disposed
right,
files.
but let me just, before we even get to that, my understanding was when you guys were in the drill hall itself, it was problematic from a health perspective and all this kind of stuff. So what I was told was that they wanted to take everything out of the drill hall, put it into the pit itself, and then go through everything in the pit, then move what we don't want, you know, out of the building.
No, what
Or-
we're gonna do is we're gonna buy gloves, and we're gonna buy specific type of masks, okay? So that we can go in and we can identify, and eyewear, so we can go in, we can identify what we can get rid of.
Okay,
And then we're gonna have two guys from Buildings and Grounds move the boxes.
okay,
If the boxes are currently located on the first floor, they'll go out into the garage. Anything that's stored up above, okay, like Rosanna's office on top of the ceiling there, it's not
Mhm.
really a story, but the storage area, that can go into the old water department office, so that
I'm
when
sorry,
we,
that's the one that's supposed,
so when
that's the
we-
one we're not even supposed to be going near.
so when we bring the shredder in, we can back the shredder up to the garage, they can take those, and then the shredder can move to the stairwell, and they can get those very easily.
One other question, do you have a team of people that will be?
It's going to have to be the department heads.
I think you should get together beforehand and have a very specific discussion about what can be disposed of, what can't.
Well, no, you know that there's guidelines. When we put in this records retention day once a quarter, we did that at the beginning of, at the reorg meeting that we had in January. It was brought to our attention by somebody that other towns do this where they close down once a quarter to the public, so the department heads can spend time going through the records, because there's state law that says you gotta keep these records for 10 years, these for 20, these for whatever. So that's why we started doing Records Retention Day, so we can get on top of our files and see what can we get rid of, what can we keep, and that's what we started doing. And so there are specific laws of what they can keep and have to and keep, and what, how long they have to keep it, and how they mark it on the box and stuff. So each department already has their guidelines for their records, which we've been following now with this record retention stuff. So what Stacy's saying is each department head will come in, go through their boxes, of which even there are supervisor boxes.
There are.
Supervisor boxes.
Yes.
Well, Jeff might have to take this over from me. I don't know if my health is gonna let me go in there, but we'll deal with that. But, you know, so there's boxes for every department, supervisor
This
boxes.
is the protocol.
Right, yeah, there is protocol.
But we need a day to do it.
Right, so we're gonna have to close town hall down to do it, like from what I was asked.
Yes,
told.
and we're looking, unfortunately, everything is moving quickly because we are running out of time. We're looking at Friday,
This Friday.
this Friday.
So you need me to,
So we need to do action on it
okay,
now.
so you need us to make a motion to close town hall Friday for the purposes of records retention for moving,
Okay.
okay? How do we phrase it?
I think you just
You
used
just
it.
did,
Okay, so,
Kevin said so.
Kevin moved it, and
you can second it.
I'll second it. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so, would you be able to just right now, since you have your phone out, text Deb Alexis if she could put into the paper, that town hall will be closed on Friday to the public for Records Retention Day. And we'll get a notice to Channel 23.
We'll throw it online too.
Okay, great, thank you. You put it on the Facebook?
Yeah.
Good, thanks.
Some of the
And we
things,
voted, right?
Yep. I think so.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion so carried.
we, when we were in the garage, the conference table is in there. And we would like to know what the board would like to do with that table.
Is that the table we got from the DEC? No, that's the big table.
The big 1,000-pound table.
The one we've been using, let me keep it, but do we have room for it in the building?
The new building or the temporary new building?
That's what I mean, the new town hall.
The one that we haven't built?
We can build a room around it.
The temporary town hall.
Trailer park down.
I think that because of the weight of,
Mobile.
Double wide.
I'm a little concerned over the weight of the table, okay, that
Yeah.
will it fit? The room is,
Keep it.
okay,
Not this
large.
Can we keep it out, can we keep it out of the highway?
Well, actually, it had got, it actually had gotten moved in here. And if I tell you the number of hours of discussion I had about that table being in here, and the little kids hitting their head during playgroup in this room, or the classes in this room, and the imposition of the table, I spent more time on that table than I care to talk about. So that table is now out of this room. That's why we're now using these tables that can get set up and get taken down, and set up and taken down. And that's why it's back in the garage.
All right, no, we'll keep
So-
it. We just needed to know what to do with it. Unfortunately,
The problem
some of the things that we were able to salvage from the DEC's move, we can't keep.
That's okay, we didn't pay for them,
I
and
know, it's unfortunate though, but yeah,
it's not worth paying for it. The only thing is,
We get paid to build it.
I mean, we'll leave the table there, and we'll just deal with the table at another time. It'll be safe in that garage,
Okay.
except for the fact that you want to move all the boxes in there. But we'll put them on the top and underneath and whatever.
We can make it work. We just need, because the garage is gonna get emptied, because there's a lot of things in the garage that can be
Yeah.
disposed of, okay, that Chris can take to the junkyard, you know, there's metals and stuff that he can take to the junkyard and whatever. So he's gonna do that to empty the garage. We'll just work around the table, we need to know what to
Yeah.
do with the table.
We could probably put it up at the highway garage if we had to.
No, we don't wanna do that. And you don't need to know the ins and outs and the little bits.
He has to approve this.
I think that's it. I
Yes.
would like, yes, you to approve that.
I'd like a motion to approve $6,750 for the installation of a telephone.
Purchase.
Well, purchase and installation of the telephone and voicemail system as defined in this proposal.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion so carried.
This is gonna
And-
come out of that $50,000 grant that we're gonna be getting.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's right.
And my other question is that we didn't resolve.
Did I, wait, I'm sorry, did we all vote?
Yes.
Becky, did we vote? Okay.
Other question that we didn't resolve, which I don't know if we do or don't need to resolve it, is Cornerstone. We dropped some of the copper lines. We've got the SIP Plus on the rest of the lines. It saved us quite a bit of money. Plus, it includes data, so we're not dealing directly with Time Warner. And we saved money on our monthly costs. Do we need to do something with that?
I don't think so.
Because they're already our vendor, they already service us.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was $160 a month in savings. wasn't it?
Yeah.
So, is that everything
I
for
think
the
that's
moment?
everything for the moment. If anything pops up between now and Thursday afternoon, I'll let you know
And
Thursday
I,
night.
today, I think May was told to put together the package of the new computers that we need to purchase.
I have not dealt with,
Okay, I think Eileen was gonna tell her that.
replacement of I have not dealt with replacement of everything. What I did do today is I did ask the department heads, I said, I know you see the red tape, this is what the red tape is. I'd like you to each take inventory of your office, whatever is red taped and has to be replaced, please write it down, measure it to size, the cork boards, things of that nature, that need to be replaced. So I did ask for a list from everybody. I said, if you know what you want to, if you know what it is and what you're going to replace it with, and you want to give me a picture from somewhere, give me a picture.
And we
So
should also,
I asked them for that. They don't need to give it to me right away, but I did ask them
you know
for
what we
it.
might want to suggest to you, Stace, is that we might want to tell all the department heads to go down to the reuse center and see what Laura has in there, because she has so much stuff, and go down there right now, and before anything gets sold that somebody might feel they need, that we can start letting Laura know to put certain things aside for us, because she's got a lot of stuff.
Have Laura put her periscope up.
Right,
See if there's anything
exactly.
in Any other agencies that you're-
Well, that's why as soon as we know what people are going to need,
Yeah, we only killed one desk,
yeah.
okay?
Well, technically, we killed one desk, but the furniture in my office is my personal
That's
furniture.
right.
It's in my office, that I'm not sure whether I'll move to the temporary town hall, or we'll just have to find some furniture for there too.
Okay. But we, as far as large things go, we were fortunate because the majority of our bookcases, bookshelves are solid wood. So we were lucky with that. It's a lot of the little junky things that we've accumulated over time, that people have dropped off. I don't need this, I don't want that, that is not cleanable because it's press board or cork board or, things of
But
that
a lot of that
nature.
stuff, a lot of that stuff, we got a lot of new stuff from
Stuff
the,
that's 30 and 40 years old.
Well, older than that,
Older than that, right?
yeah.
and then we got a whole bunch of, I don't know where they all are, but we took a whole bunch of new boards, old new boards from the DEC.
We can't use them.
Okay.
We looked at them today.
Okay, so those
And,
aren't,
they were nice too, but no, we can't use them.
okay.
So
Now, are we allowed to, put things on the wall in the
I would
temporary?
assume so. For the price that we're paying, I would assume we can put things on the walls. We will be bolting the rack system to the floor, so,
Okay,
and I think I'm good.
for the moment.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so that's it for now, and there'll be more updates, I'm sure, Thursday.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, bring that furniture in your office home, Susan, that's a good idea.
so, can I have,
I'm sure it's perfectly healthy.
it's gorgeous furniture on top of it.
It is.
But, do I have a motion to, it's not getting moved back to my house until it gets cleaned first, trust me.
I'm okay with that. Motion to adjourn?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion so carried, thank you.